When was the last time you spent some intentional time in nature? I know that many of you go in nature a lot and enjoy just spending some time there and relaxing and enjoying or doing some sports. But there is additional value that you can get from your time in nature when you actually take just a moment in the beginning of your walk and set an intention as to why you're there and what you would like to get out. And that can be as simple as I would just like to enjoy myself, or it can be something more complex as to, like, for example, I would like to receive some insight into my vision for what I'm creating. So there's many ways to go around it, but the value of doing it intentionally, of setting that time to set an intention, is that your entire being receives that intention, and it will start looking for ideas, for insights, for things that you are going to encounter during your walk that might support you in whatever it is that you want to do. And so I can give you an example with something that recently happened to me. So I was having this amazing day in which I had this amazing energy just buzzing in me. But it was super hard to sit down and do anything. Like, it was just like random and weird, and I couldn't get practical things done. And so I had this instinct, okay, apparently I'm not getting anything done, at least let me just go out in the rice fields and have a nice walk. So I went into the rice fields, but as soon as I entered, it was just this overwhelming feeling of like, oh my God, this is such a strong energy, just like I felt like as if I was super thirsty and I was just drinking this nature in with my entire being. And so I was like, okay, something is happening apparently, like maybe some kind of retrograde Mercury or whatever, I don't understand these things. And I was like, okay, let me just go and lie down on the grass and just tune into my intention for why I'm here. And I did that, and it turned out there was a coconut tree above me. Some locals came over and they were like, ha ha ha, and pointing up and like warning me about it. But I was like, okay, just take some minutes and I'm gonna take this chance. Maybe I'm lucky today, maybe not. So I just kept on lying there, and I got this insight that I had not given myself enough space to vision and to feel into my strategy lately and into what I want to create. And because of that, actually, I had this random day because it was time to do that. And so it was like a very strong realization for me. So as soon as I got up, I was like, right, okay, so this walk is my vision walk. I'm gonna allow whatever ideas and insights want to come up. I want to invite them to come up. And the first thing that happened was that I got this intuitive feeling that like there were like somehow things that wanted to be released from the way I have been being so far. And then there were new things that wanted to emerge. So somehow there was these two categories of ideas and insights coming along. And so I was like, okay, maybe I just sit down and write them down. So I just made a list. Like, I made a list of, okay, these are the things that want to be released from my life right now, and these are the things that want to emerge. And as soon as I was finished writing that list, I looked around and I saw this rice field, right? So I was in the rice fields, and I saw the little blades of grass, of rice field grass, and I was just looking at them and I was like, oh my God, they're all saying something. And I was like, what are they saying? And they were like, come the hell out. And I was like, what? And I looked at them and I realized, like, all of them, they were baby plants, but they all had come out, they were all there. So it's like perfect leadership by example, embodiment of their truth, whatever you want to call it, but like they were all out. And so it was like as if they were inviting me as well to come out. And I was like, but what does it mean for me to come out? And at first I thought like I have to, step more into my power or something like this. But then I realized I already am out. And I'm constantly emerging, like, everything around, like, oh, this nature, it's constantly emerging. The whole universe is like, this moment is like just moving like this huge wave everywhere. And things are emerging and are coming out. That's like their perpetual way of being. It was just such a strong realization and insight. Like, I felt so much wonder, and I was just looking around, and And like my entire walk after, it was like I was just kept on noticing, like, oh my God, things are coming out, and it felt like it's on purpose, like everybody's come together here right now on purpose. It was like, what the hell? Like, it was super empowering and super strong for me. And so, you know, if you're planning to spend some time in nature soon, this is something I would like to suggest to you guys. Just go there and take this, you know, half a minute before to just set your intention as to why you're there and what kind of support you would like to receive. And in case that you don't necessarily have that planned, I would really suggest for you to go through that exercise. For me, it was super powerful. Like, just write this list of things that want to be released from your life. Just write those down. And then another list that is, what are the things that want to emerge in me and in my life right now? I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Have an amazing day.